Come up. Literally, what's going on, you guys? It's Anna, and today I'm going to be telling you the story about the Chupacabra. Let's get into it. Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you have heard the name Chupacabra or heard about it before, and I'm going to try not to say it like that all the time. It's just really awkward for me to say Chupacabra. So I'm going to try not to say the word at all. If you don't know, the Chupacabra is this like mythical creature, kind of similar to Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster, but this creature actually came way later than those two. It was related to Bigfoot so often that people actually called it Bigfoot's Hispanic cousin. This creature got its name based off of what people believed that it did. Chupa in Spanish means to suck, and cabra in Spanish means goats. So this creature was known to suck the life out of animals. So it's said to mostly have gone after goats, but I don't think that this creature was too particular. Apparently it went after all livestock and even house pets like dogs, cats, and rabbits. They also related the creature to a vampire in creature form because of the fact that it did suck all the blood out of these animals. So the way people described this animal was to be about 4 to 5 feet tall. It had long nails, glowing red eyes, spikes on its back, really powerful legs, and vampire-like teeth. Now, there aren't any pictures or credible pictures of what they believe this animal is, but I'll insert some pictures of what people illustrated it as or assumed it would look as based off of these characteristics. Some people believe that there are sightings that date back as early as the 1970s, but there weren't actually any reported sightings until about 1995. And the first sightings came from Puerto Rico. So most of these reports consisted of sightings of this creature, just describing this crazy creature with these insane features, but other times was reporting dead livestock, reporting dead goats, chickens, dogs, and they all had this distinctive mark on their neck that looked like vampire teeth. And for the next 5 years, there was an insane amount of reports. And the reports weren't only in Puerto Rico. They were in Mexico, Chile, Argentina, a lot of places around the area. There were even reports in Florida. And this all happened from 1995 to about the year 2000. And because of all these sightings, there was a few different theories that came from it. There was one theory that the US government was having some sort of genetics experiment in the rainforest of Puerto Rico. And I guess whatever they were working on escaped into the rainforest and then kind of made its way through and then did all this damage. There's another theory that was also pretty popular, that the Chupacabra was actually an alien or some sort of extraterrestrial being that was brought to Earth on a spaceship. So the wild amount of reports stopped at around the year 2000, like I mentioned before. And instead of the reports coming from those areas describing this very specific creature, they kind of stopped. But instead, in Texas, they started receiving a lot of reports about a creature as well. But this creature was described to be hairless and resembling a canine of some sort, like a dog or a coyote. And this creature was doing a lot of what the Chupacabra was said to do, killing livestock and leaving a similar mark on the neck. So they were relating this animal to the Chupacabra, and we're assuming it was the same thing. And for the very first time, they actually had pictures and even ones that had passed away that they could evaluate, which was huge for the community. And let me tell you that these creatures look completely different from, the illustrations of what people thought the Chupacabra to be. So I'll insert some of those pictures here. After the animals had passed and they were able to evaluate them scientifically, what they ended up finding out was that these creatures were just regular animals. Dogs, coyotes, even raccoons. And they were all infected with some sort of parasite that caused them to lose their hair and to go a little insane. So it literally made them look like a monster. There are a lot of people that believe that the two things are the same animal. But there are also a lot of people that believe that they're completely unrelated and that the Chupacabra kind of learned from those 5 years and went into hiding, and he's still around. He's just not seen as much. But there was quite a lot of investigating that went into these sightings. And they interviewed the woman that had the very first sighting of the Chupacabra. And her name was Madeline Tolentino, and she was from Puerto Rico. And they said that the way she described the creature was eerily similar to the creature from the movie Species. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it. I'll insert a picture. And interestingly enough, she had just seen the movie a little prior to seeing the Chupacabra for the first time. So I don't know if she was just a little scarred from the movie and the two kind of mixed together, or if it's real. I don't know. I guess it just depends on if you believe in things like the Bigfoot or the Yeti. Maybe you believe in the Chupacabra too. It seems a little insane, but you never know what's out there. Let me know what you think about it. I know that the Chupacabra was kind of used to scare people. Like as a kid, we'd hear stories about it, just kind of like Bigfoot and things like that. It was like a myth, a story, something to talk about, but it's really cool to read about the history behind it and people that actually believed that they saw this creature. So if you heard stories about it as a kid, I'd love to know what stories you heard. Share them with me in the comments. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.